Hey folks, it is Sunday, September 1st. 2:41 p.m. is the time. The temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius, and I'm here at an unusually quiet underpass park. And I have with me my mini fold-in, move-in e-bike. And I just recorded a ride from Midtown over here. You can probably find that on the channel by now. And for this one, I'll be hopping on the bike and we'll be heading over to the Beaches neighborhood. So I'll be riding up to Queen Street and then I'll head east. I think it'll be about 8 kilometers or so, and then when I get to the Beaches, I'll head down and ride alongside the Boardwalk. I've already got my recording camera set up. I don't really want to play with that. I think I've got the angle correct. I've got left and right speakers, so this one should be in stereo speakers. Those would be microphones, dumbass. So this should be in stereo. Anyways, let me get everything set up here. And by set up, I mean I need to just put a few things away and we'll hop on the bike and get rolling. Well, that took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. It is now 2:46. The camera is rolling. And so am I. So I'm going to make a right onto River Street here. We are on the very east end of downtown. And in a minute, I'll have left downtown, as we'll be heading east over the Gardner. This is King Street East here, and technically this is the eastern terminus of King Street. That guy almost ran right into me. He was coming up the sidewalk. And he was going to jump right onto the road when he saw me, and he kind of braked and swerved out of the way. All right, goodbye King Street. Hello Queen Street. Heading over the Queen Street Viaduct, going east. That 503 Kingston streetcar is not moving very fast. But this is a gorgeous day to be out on the bike. It's been a while since I've recorded through here on the bike. At least a pre-recorded live stream I've done, or a pre-recorded video. I've done a live stream through here somewhat recently. All right. And this is South Riverdale, but more specifically, this area is referred to as Riverside. We just went past the Broadview Hotel. Queen Street East closed to trucks at the railway bridge. Good to know. pumping up the tires on that bike. Don't see that too often on motorbikes. What is this lady doing? Thank you. And this is Degrassi Street. Yes, that Degrassi Street, just on the left. The Kids of Degrassi Street was named and loosely based on that street, although they spelled it differently. And this railway underpass here will be the future home of an Ontario Line station. The Ontario Line will be using that rail corridor. And we have crossed over into Leslieville. That rail line, which kind of cuts through Leslieville and Riverdale diagonally, is the border between the two. It's Jimmy Simpson Park on the left. And there is streetcar service along Queen Street here, but it is a bit hokey. It's one of the reasons when I come to this area, I often take a bus down from one of the stations on the Danforth line versus the Queen streetcar. I don't think these tires will really grab into these streetcar tracks, but you never can be too careful. You want to take them at as close to 90-degree angle as you can. There's Reliable Fish and Chips on the left. Very popular spot in this area. And you'll notice, just like the last cycling video I did, I brought back the handlebar view. So do let me know if you prefer this or the floating camera view I've been using the past few years. When I started doing cycling videos, I started with the helmet cam. And I just kind of felt that was a bit disorienting. Just from all the sudden movements of the head left to right, checking over my shoulder constantly for cars coming, and I found myself not doing that as much. So the camera angle would be more straightforward and less dizzying, but obviously you don't want to compromise your safety. So I quickly switched to a chest-mounted action camera. I used GoPros and DJI Actions and some different other cameras, and now I've settled on using the Pocket. I thought I would go back to that slightly more immersive view with the handlebars. It is quiet today. It's the last long weekend of summer. Kids are back to school in a few days. Take a 72 C bus. That's heading on up to Pape Station. I won't be going into Pape Station. The bus terminal there is closed. Yeah, another bus right on my ass here. We'll be going by a streetcar house pretty soon. And this is Jones Avenue. You can go left and head on up to Danforth. There's a bike lane on Jones. There's also north-south bike lanes on Greenwood and Woodbine, which are coming up. There isn't one on Broadview, which is kind of disappointing. There's a really old school gas bar on the left. This is Leslie Street. The Leslie Street Spit is off to the right, and Tommy Thompson Park. That's the Duke on the right. I'm actually getting a bit of exercise in today. I'm pedaling. I've got it on pedal assist 1. But Leslieville runs till about Coxwell. And we'll be entering the beaches. Gotta wait for these doors to fully close here. We'll be going by a music venue owned by Drake called History, where Greenwood Racetrack used to be. Streetcar house just on the right. I think maybe because there's switches here, that streetcar has to take it really gingerly through those intersections. All right, that's Woodfield Road. Time is it? It is 3 p.m. This is Coxwell Avenue on the left. And the Bimok Avenue on the right. It was Lower Coxwell. I think that was the unofficial name. That one just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Why not just stick to Lower Coxwell and be consistent with the naming conventions of other streets? It's beyond me. There's Alliance Cinemas on the right at The Beach. It should say The Beaches. Spelled the name of the neighborhood wrong on the sign. That's where Greenwood, a harness racetrack, used to be. I think it closed down in the 90s. And they moved the harness track over to Woodbine, over by the airport. That's history. September 3rd, Bikini Kill. It's the music venue owned by Drake. And this is the start of Eastern Avenue. On the right, Kingston Road on the left. Sad that Murphy's Law has closed down on the left. That was a great pub. I wonder if it's coming back in the redevelopment. Hopefully. And look at that. They called it The Beach. And that sign in the park. They have again spelled the neighborhood wrong. And there's a reason for that. Officially, the neighborhood is called The Beaches, as there's a series of beaches to the south, and historically, that's the name it has gone by. And you'll see The Beaches written on a lot of historical properties here, such as the old Carnegie Library. But there's a small, very stubborn subset of people that insist that this neighborhood has always been the beach. And when the local BIA was formed, the business improvement area, which really just refers to the stretch of businesses along Queen Street, they call it the Beach BIA. But the BIA is not to be confused with the neighborhood name. The neighborhood name is in fact The Beaches. That is what it was and still is. You might find yourself in an argument over it. I think it's kind of funny that people get uptight. Just go to the City of Toronto website. You will see clear as day The Beaches. There's a McLaren on the right. I can see where both of those drivers were coming from. The guy in the Cadillac's like, where are you going? Traffic's backed up anyways. And the guy Cummings like, I didn't let you in. You don't have right of way. Hong Kong, fuck you. And that would be the person who is in the right. This is Woodbine Avenue. So I could turn right here and head down to the beaches themselves. But we're going to go east through Queen Street a bit. That sign there says The Beach. I think a lot of those were funded by the Beach BIA. Fun little form of propaganda, I guess. Kew Gardens is coming up on the right, and Kew Beach is just south of that. It's a park you could take straight down to the beaches. There's Woodbine Beach, Kew Beach, Scarborough Beach, spelled Scarboro, and Balmy Beach. There's like a hidden secret beach by the water treatment plant just to the east of it. I did a hidden Toronto video through there before. And this is why the streetcars are so hokey through here. It's basically a single lane of traffic with the street parking. All it takes is one person turning left, and these cars can't even stay in their lane. Here's Kew Gardens on the right. And the Beaches Library branch on the right. One of the Carnegie Beaches, or one of the Carnegie libraries. I think there were 4. They're all built pretty much identical, but they've since been renovated and have all changed in their own ways since then. So it's right there, Beaches branch on it. You can see why most people would opt to just ride along the waterfront trail just to the south of here. Trust this Nissan Rogue. So the streetcar terminal ends by or streetcar line ends by the water treatment plant just up ahead. That's a gorgeous old Art Deco water treatment plant at the Neville Loop. We're not going to be making it that far. On the left is the Ivan Forest Gardens. The area just to the north of here, by Kingston Road, has been dubbed the Upper Beaches. But you might get some pushback from people on that one, saying it's more of a real estate term. Last time I was in this neighborhood was for the Easter parade. I live streamed that. That was a lot of fun. And there's a street I should be turning right on. Let's do this one, Balsam. I think this will work. Beautiful tree-lined streets. There's really kind of a cottage country kind of vibe. I was thinking, do I want to go left there? I could have, I think. But we'll hop on the waterfront trail and ride west for a bit. Once I get to the end of it around Woodbine Beach, I think I'm going to wrap up recording. And I might try my hand at live streaming the ride back to Midtown. This is West on the Beaches multi-use trail.
Yeah, we were making each other laugh. So, I remember why I was hammered, but I told you.
See if I get another spot where we can peek over towards the waterfront. But how nice is this? It's not as busy as it would be on a day like this in July.
Oh, I got my schedule.
Someone in a hammock. How nice would it be just to have a chair? I'm gonna grab a drink of water. All right. We are rolling once more. A lot of people barbecuing.
Something similar. Kevin, you ready? Do you want to turn that on?
And that's the idea. Grab a cold beverage and a Muskoka chair.
I reminisce, bro. That was my problem.
Things are fairly busy as we get towards the Woodbine Beach. Stretch of things.
That part of the line.
Big public pool just up here on the right. Three cop cars. Someone's got to make sure the ice cream truck doesn't get robbed, I guess. The aiding station on the left. All right, I think we are at the end of the line for this one. Grenade, high protein, low sugar. Looks like they're just giving out coupons. Seems like a good spot. Well, I hope you enjoyed this ride along Queen Street East through Riverside and Leslieville. And now the beaches. There we go, got the other camera running. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. I might set up a live stream after I have some water. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.